miscreants, fellow ne'er-do-wells, fellow broken toys of urban society, and welcome to the darkness once again. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Me, I am doing fantastic. Fantastic. You know, I am doing just peachy. I'm just sitting back, just listening to all the so-called big-headed bullshit that is floating around on YouTube these days. Some villains want to claim that they're the hero. Man, that's rich. That is rich. In fact, that's the best knee slapper I've ever heard in my whole entire life as an entertainer on this YouTube platform. Interesting. How people pretend to be one way and turn around and act like a completely different animal. Very interesting. For instance, look at myself. At least I'm consistent in who I am, right? I know who I am. I am what you see here. I am whatever I feel like I am. I don't go by no morals. I don't go by no guidelines. I don't go by no clock that governs me or tells me what to do or what not to do or what to say or what not to say. Come on. Give me a break. We're all grown adults here, right? We're all capable of doing the mature thing, making the mature decisions, right? I mean, you know me, I'm always true. I'm always consistent. Not persistent, consistent. See, it's a difference. I don't fake like I'm somebody else. I don't pretend to be anything than what I am right now. And to the person that just shared out my algorithm, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. And thank you for giving me 23 views in less than 30 seconds. Dang, that's good. That's good because you'll be pushing me out even more. So good. Good. I'm glad that I can set the popular, should I say, appetite. But it's funny how if you're gonna be real, then be real. If you're gonna be fake, then be fake. But don't try and pretend to be something that you're not. I mean, seriously, let's get into reality, folks. Don't sit there and pretend that you're going to be like this glorious, grandiose person and be a total flop-off. Seriously. It just sickens me. The amount of fakeness, the amount of bullshit that people go through just to get attention on this platform. Me, I do nothing but what I'm doing right now. Nothing more, nothing less. And some of you might think it's boring. Some of you might think it's just disgusting or gross what I do. But guess what? Maybe you are trying to cover up your own frailties and own defects by picking on mine when I have none. I don't have any defects. My defects are my strengths. My strengths are none of my weaknesses. I don't have any weaknesses. Morals, I don't have any. Respect, I don't have any of that either. All I have is me, and me alone. That's it. A lot of you people don't understand that. A lot of you people don't appreciate the fine arts of what I do. I used to troll and roll the whole entire YouTube platform. But I found simple trolling boring when I could just come on here and tell the truth for about 5 or 10 minutes and watch the fucking fireworks just blow up. All on the count of myself. All on the count of me. All on the count of what I generate, what I bring to the table. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun the way you can basically have the general population of totally, morally, and irresponsibly fucked up people just like me eating out of the palm of your hand without barely saying a word, without barely moving a muscle. It's great. It's a great feeling, huh? Huh? While everybody else is arguing and squabbling over scraps, I'm sitting there getting the choice cuts. Just saying. You guys never cease to entertain me. You guys never cease to. Cease to amaze me. At how you, what do you call it? Repeat the same old broken record constantly. Me, I've gone past the same old broken record. I've freaking flipped the track and made it my own. None of you could say that, though, can you? And I'm not going to toot my own horn, because who am I, right? I'm just a guy talking on the internet, right? But you just watch, because some of the things that I say actually ring and actually make sense. Right? Huh? Remember, every time you make a comment in my chat, I want you to think about it first. Let what I'm speaking really sink in to that tiny little brain of yours, and then decide to make a comment. Decide to make that move to say something in the chat. So, what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to say something intelligent, please, because you'll just insult mine if you don't. I'm just saying, But it's just, the amount of fake people are just staggering. It is, it's just staggering. And I'll bet you $1,000,000 that if I end this stream right now and put this on public, people would still want to watch just to hear what I have to say. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter how much you say. It matters the right tone that you say it in, and what you talk about is what draws in the general population. And I'd say, overall, I'm doing pretty good myself. And if I piss you off, or if I get underneath your skin, then I know for a fact I'm doing my job. And I'll earn my money quite happily. Because the more complaints I get, the more money I make. I actually make money on this channel. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. I make money. And you know how I make money? Because every poor sap that comes in here trolling me, screwing with me, every one I time out or I kick out, that's just money directly in my pocket. You guys don't know that, of course. I get paid for doing this. I don't do this for free. If you're good at something, never do it for free. I do this not only because I enjoy the rush it gives me, but I also get paid for this. So it proves that I can make money off of you broken toys any day of the week. All I have to do is just open my mouth and let shit fly. And then guess what? You all come in like ants to a sugar factory. That's the beauty of it. That's the amazing part of it. I've got one person watching me right now. If you enjoy what I'm saying, hit that like button. Because that way I can keep going. So you guys give me the exact energy, the exact momentum to keep doing what I do. Otherwise, without you guys, I would be just another name, another face fading away in the endless background of the internet city. But yet you guys keep me alive. Don't know why, but it's okay, because I am always happy to entertain. And just remember, I'm stating a point. that there's a lot of people on here that are as fake as a phony banana. And I see right through it. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. I could see it. I could feel it, and I could understand it. That the only one you could really truly trust is you. Because in this world, there's no such thing as a sure thing of anything. Times change, people change, ideas change. It changes constantly. Seasons, everything. Someone can be hating on you the 1 minute and then loving on you the next minute. They could be friends with you the 1 minute and then enemies with you the next. And just keep going at that, It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting, the irony of being on an online situation, right? Is that the situation and the morals and the values always constantly fucking change. There is no such thing as persistence. There is no such thing as consistence. There is constant chaos, constant change, and constant turbulence. Well, that, my friend, is where I come in. Because don't forget, I live off of the chaos. I live off of the turbulence. I live off of the bullshit. This is how I was created. This is how I was born into this. I was born because all of you believed in me. I just made it happen by becoming a physical part of your reality. How did I become a physical part of your reality? Well, let me explain. Every time you talk shit on me, that's me becoming a physical part of your reality. Every time you open your mouth and say, "Good God, what did he say?" I believe that's a physical part of your reality, isn't it? Isn't it great? Isn't it glorious? Isn't it just peachy? Certainly is to me. Anyway, I'm just going to say this. Be careful, mindful of your fakeness. Because I never rest. I never eat. I never sleep. But I watch everything. And that's it.